Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this fantastic Friday. I've just got off the phone with the doctor and all clear. Good news. So it's a good Friday for me. I hope everybody's good. I've just put that YouTube live on in the Discord, so hopefully we'll get some people jumping on here who are in the Discord. Be good to see you all. Be good to speak to you all. I think the Discord's good, but I think we have a good crack on these YouTube lives, which is always good. But yeah, morning, Nick. Nick, good to see you back. Good to see you back. You went away, did you, last week? Were you on holiday? Is that what you were doing? I forgot what you said. I know that you were going away. Just wondering if you had a good time. Morning, Aaron. How you doing? I'm all good, buddy. Yeah, all good. Morning, Dave. So, no trading DAX opening range breakout ahead of NFP. No, I'm gonna try and punt along though here, Nick. If we get a move through here, right? I'm gonna try and punt along. Definitely. Oh, you're off Monday and Tuesday, right? Good. Were you doing something good? Were you having a few days break, or were you just having a rest? I went to Alton Towers Monday. It was really good. Had a good day. Let me just turn this notifications off on my phone, else it's going to be going off. Conscious, how you doing? Good morning, pal. So, guys, it's been a tricky week this week. It really has. It's been everybody's been bullish, but same as say, unless you caught that big move after the Fed, which sort of caught everybody. I think it caught everybody by surprise. It caught me by surprise, and I didn't get an entry at all with it. Unless you caught that, it has been a very tricky week trading the DAX. Obviously, everybody's bullish, and somebody made a comment this morning in the Discord saying that like they're starting to look the other direction. I think I'm going to get a long set up here. Look at this straight away. Here we go. Let's see if we can get my stop in. So how much can we get on here now? £3.70, is it? 50 odd quid? Yeah, 370. Just got to keep my eye on this, guys, because I think I take that limit out. I think there might be an entry here for me. How long we got? Oh, we've got 3 minutes anyway. I need to close through this area here. I need to close through 26 is a solid close, and I'm going to get long with my stop underneath that low, as you're seeing. Dave, you're down -4R for the week. Similar to me a couple of weeks ago, that was, mate. I said it to you in the Discord, didn't I? As long as your execution's good, it's just sometimes it happens and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't beat yourself up, mate. From the charts that you're putting on our Discord group, you're definitely you're a good trader, put it this way, and you spot some great areas. So it'll come back for you, mate. I've got big faith in that, and I hope that it does as soon as possible for you. It sucks, doesn't it, mate? It really does. I feel for you. I was in a similar situation 3 weeks ago when I went from like 3.4 down to 3.1 or 3.150 in a week. It was crap. I felt awful. Yeah, could you have done any different? No, it's just how the probabilities play out, isn't it? So just go and enjoy yourself this weekend, Dave. Go do something with the family. Have a few beers, chill out for a weekend and just forget about the markets completely and come back Monday. So Conscious says it's been a ball breaker of a week, even in FX, but I managed to get my 140k funded account with FTMO, so we'll be posting the results each month and see if they pay me, laughing my ass off. Awesome, Conscious Trader. Mate, put that in the Discord. Put how you're going with that. I would love to see that. That would be amazing. So or everything that you're doing there, we'll keep an eye on you in our Discord. I'd love to see your progress in that. So good luck to you, mate. I hope it goes well for you. I just need to move my wrist down. It's just moved up slightly, so we'll go for 350. Am I still in my wrist? Yeah, right, okay. I'm going to hit this long here, guys, with a stop just beneath this low. I know it is the old FOMC. Oh, no, it's pulling back in. I need to close through this level, basically. Watch it close on the line again like normal. This keeps happening all the time on my strategy at the moment. Oh, you bastard, it's not doing it. Look, it's closed. Look, it's closed right on the line again. Oh my God. You piece of shit again. This keeps happening all the time. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that fricking the markets have figured out my strategy and they just keep on fucking around all the time with it. Look at that. What a bastard. It's slightly over there. Is it? The nuances of fucking trying to trade a mechanical strategy. We have closed slightly through that. Oh, for Christ's sake. Why does it keep on doing this to me? I get a setup that looks really good, and then the last trigger, the very last moment, it just either like, it hits me right on the area that I need to get long off of. No. Keeping me out. Unbelievable. No. There was no close through, bro. No close through for me. You've got to give it that extra second, that extra bit of clarity now. You would now need them. There was no move through. So you've got to have a move through for 24 for me to get long. Anybody that's looking to see how I trade, you needed a close through 24s. We didn't get it. We closed bang on 24s. We didn't get a close. Oh no, not 24s. What's the level now? Sorry. It's this level here. I'm talking rubbish. Let me just check. So it was actually 26 and a half the level was that we needed a close through. And if you look at the candle, we closed bang on 127. This candle here, we closed bang on 127. So can you see that? If I zoom in so everybody can see what I was thinking, I needed a close through this level here. The market sat right on the level. Now, this is what the DAX keeps on doing to me all the time, and it keeps on throwing me in the market just about and then pulling back right off the highs and not giving me the entry. But let me just explain to you. When I've backtested my strategy, I've only backtested for a close through this level. I haven't backtested all the results that threw me onto the actual exact line. I needed a close through. So if this candle here was green through this level, I would hit it long. If it's on the level, I haven't backtested for that. I've only backtested through a close through it, right? I didn't get the close through it. Now, can this thing still go? Yes, it definitely can. But now I would need a move through this level here, okay? And that would be my entry. My entry would be at a close through 31s, and now it's changed again. And how my strategy works is, in an uptrend, when we're above balance, I constantly want to be buying strength, right? But when I've backtested this, a lot of the time this could be a trap. This could roll over and come back in now. So the extra confirmation that I'd ask my strategy to give me, I only need to see a bullish close through this high now, and then I will get long, right? Until that happens now, I'm not bullish. I can't be bullish because this here could roll back over into balance, and it constantly sort of keeps me out of like the trades where the traps sort of happen, if you know what I mean. So that's why I've got it. It could be telling me something. Do you know what, Dave? That's what I'm thinking to myself. It's absolute madness. This has happened so much to me lately, and it seems like ever since, I'm not gonna lie, like the last 6 or 7 weeks, this has happened so many times. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't understand what's going on. If I didn't know any better, I'd be like, it's as if like the market has figured out what I was doing, and every time it sort of puts me into it, it sort of like messes me around. It's dead odd. Dead odd. But there's no trade here for me yet. None, so I'm going to keep out of it. You know what, trend the market? I saw you this morning and I thought to myself, this guy's got to be getting long here. And if there's a little thing that I was looking at this morning, do you know what? I nearly hit it long myself. Very, very close to hitting it long. And I'll show you what I was thinking with it. And it measured up lovely. Like, I don't know if this is like some sort of retail crap, but let me just show you this, because I thought this like blew my mind this morning. If you put that line in there like so, that downtrend line, then don't forget that this point here hadn't been hit yet, because this has happened at 8.25. I was looking at this at like 7. So I was looking at these 2 points here, 1, 2, right? So if you line them up like so, this one here, and put that across the bottom, look at that. How mad is that, right? That the exact same angle of this one and this one, like the exact, right? I haven't changed the angle, the slope of this. All I've done is duplicate it, right? Now this hadn't happened, so you're going off the slope of that to that. Duplicate it, so it's the exact same angle, and move it down and touch them 2 lows there with it like that. And look where we exactly bounced there. Now come on, man. What is this? Is this like some type of Paul Daniels guru shit? Like, how is that possible? That you can take this high and measure the angle, and this high and measure the angle, and the exact point of the bottom is going to be at that point there. How is that possible? Somebody tell me. It blew my mind. But I've seen this happen quite a few times, and I was expecting it. And it also tied in very nice with a stop run through that Asian low there. Like that. So, as I put on the Discord, all loads led to Rome this morning when this happened. I just thought we were going to go straight back up to this high here. And we have. Pin perfect. Measured move to the pip. Like, unbelievable. No drawdown. Zero. So off buying that downtrend channel there was no drawdown. Zero. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Hidden channels, right. So that's what you call a hidden channel, Aaron. I think WMD on Twitter, I think he uses stuff like that from his entries. Right, here we go. So I'm getting another entry. If it pushes through here. Watch it pull back again now. But yeah, that is unbelievable. You can't make that shit up, can you? Really? Like, how is that? How would the market bounce there? Shh, don't tell everyone. Sorry, mate. Am I giving away the golden edge? I know a guy who does that as well, called Borak. I don't know him. His name's Burak, and he's got a website called Trading Channels, and he does like YouTube lives and stuff like that. And he just uses these types of like hidden trend lines, and some of the stuff and the lows and the highs that he sells and buys are unbelievable. Oh come! If this thing pulls back through this high again here, no, that's it. I'm done for the day. Seriously, I've got 3 minutes. I mean, my base case for the DAX is this channel's gonna go today. This 5-minute channel with these hidden trend lines that Aaron says. This, and this, and this. I think this is gonna go, and it's gonna go, and it's just gonna. For me, it's a Friday. Everyone's bullish. You know, the Dow and all the US markets are just ridiculous. So why would it not do? To try and sort of fade this morning and think that we're going to roll over it, I just don't think we are. I think this could be a leg here, and we're going to at least go and sort of go out up to that. Oh, 1 minute. We're going to go like into that space there and have a look above this channel, hit into like this area, and we could just probably go again. Why else? It's like the daftest market ever, isn't it? So why would you not try and just YOLO long into it on a Friday? I don't know. Just seems like the obvious thing to do. Alright, so you're just using the Asian sweep then, trend the market. Well, this guy Borak, right? And I think WMD does stuff like this as well. But that guy Borak he just uses like a log chart. He does like very sort of like, get very simple. It's just like if it goes through this line, he's getting long, and if it closes back through this line, he's getting short. It's like so simple. It's unbelievable. He seems to do very, very well out of it. I do watch some of his videos on YouTube. He puts on like once a week or once every other week, because it is a bit like that. He's trying to get everybody to subscribe and stuff like that. So it is he is trying to shill his services a little bit. I won't say that he's not, because he definitely is. But from what I've seen, the simplicity of how he looks at the markets, I find very sort of attractive, really. And I think he's right more than he's wrong with the stuff that he puts out. So it's come back in again. It's not giving me a trade. So right, this is what I'm going to get into, everybody, with this morning. Right, my overall trading, my accounts, and this challenge account that I'm doing. It's not really going up or down, and I don't think it's not exciting me as much as I thought it would do. Put it this way, right? Now that comes from a little bit of the fact of how the last month's been proper rubbish with it. It's had a bad month in October. A little bit of me losing that ESMA trade, so my account would be slightly higher now if I would have got that one, right? With how they clipped my position size on the looking through October. The strategy only had one good day in October, one. And it was on October the 14th or the 15th that played out. And it was the ESMA ruling that clipped my wings, which meant that I couldn't get enough size on to actually get any decent, like amount of overall profit at the end of the day on. And with my mechanical strategy, if you miss the big day, and with October there was only one, by the way. Normally in a month there's two, sometimes even three. But October there was one. Now I got my wings clipped on that big day, which meant that my account balance is nowhere near what it should be, right? But I also think that I would like to sort of spice it up a little bit. What do I mean by that? So I'm gonna start trading a little bit more often, and it's closed bang on the line again. This is ridiculous now. This is crazy. This pisses me off. Look at that. So can you believe that? Think about what's just happened there. Let me get this stupid dealing box off. Right, so I've said to everybody, I'm going to get long if we break through this line at 27s. We close bang on 27s, right? Then I've turned around and said, if we go through this high here, yeah, at 30s, yeah, this was the high that I said 5-10 minutes ago. If we close through that high there, I'm going to get long again. Now look at that, at 9:10. We've closed bang on the line again. What is wrong with this market? It's absolutely ridiculous. So now it's moved me up again. I need to close through that high now, this one. If we close through that high, it's going to push me in. What it's going to end up pushing me doing is pushing me in right at the top of the range again. It keeps on happening. I don't know what the hell's going on. So as I was saying, guys, right, I'm going to keep trading my proper account with this strategy, but with the challenge account, I just feel like I want to do something a little bit that's gonna have a little bit more going on in the markets every day. So I'm gonna trade with a different, shorter term mechanical sort of scalping strategy. Here we go. Yeah, it's gonna push me in at the highs again like normal. This is what's been happening. I'm glad you've all seen this. This is exactly what's been happening with my strategy. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. So now it'll punt me into the highs when, at this point here, as a rule of thumb, at this point here, it would have given me an entry at 9 o'clock, and now it's punting me into the highs. It's like, if I didn't know any better, it's like somebody's flicked a switch and turned it off. It's absolutely ridiculous. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Mark Wogan. So what do I mean by this, right, guys? So from Monday, I'm going to try and, for the first 2 hours of the DAC session, up to like say 11:30, trade a mechanical scalping strategy. But I'm not going to be risking the 2% per trade of it. No, I'm gonna dial that back in a bit, because that's way too much for something that's in the market 3 or 4 times in the morning. It's going to be done at like 0.5% risk per trade, and I'm going to see if I can try and one, trade it properly, and two, make some more money on my challenge account, and just offer a bit more in the Discord, because I feel like I'm not really offering anything, and it's great to see everybody who's in the market and on trades and stuff like that. But I'm going to use it and basically see what happens. So I don't think I'll lose any money, but whether or not I will win any is another thing. I don't know, but I don't think I'll lose any. So why not add something into it? But it's going to be on the 1 minute time frame. Yep, the old degenerate meth chart. And it's going to be something mechanical, not discretionary still, but more mechanical. So, and I'm going to trade it and see what happens. And at the end of the week, I'm going to publish it in the trading strategy stuff. See, it's kept me out of the market there. And see where we end up at the end of the week with it. And at the end of the week, I will be able to go through the 5 minute strategy, how that's done. that I trade every day, but then also go through the results of the 1 minute scalping methodic style strategy as well. Just because I feel like I need to add a bit more into the Discord, and I don't mind. It's something to think about and talk about, and also the strategy itself. You might be able to take something from it, hopefully, and you might be able to add something to your trading with it. I think it's cool, and I think it's good. It's similar to how I used to trade on the 1 minute time frame. It's above IB and below IB, short and long only, and that's it. But it's obviously gets me into the market way more and gives me more entries and exits and stuff. So look out for that one. I think it would already be in the market this morning. It would be in the market around. It'd be in the market around here with a long, here or here, in this area with a long here. So there'll be more to talk about for sure, and I can offer a bit more in the Discord. Yeah, Aaron, I think obviously I think that's you sort of fade stuff though, don't you, a little bit more than me. I'm looking for expansion still with it. But I will be prepared to get short as well. So like if we get that open drive failure, I will be getting short on them days basically as well. Will still be the same entry, exactly the same entry, but the other way round on an open drive failure where I'll get short rather than getting long. And that'll be above IB, which is a little bit different than what I've been doing on my 5 minute. But it's just something more to do. Like it's killing me. This is the 5 minute strategy that I've got at the moment. It's absolutely rubbish. It's having its sort of worst run of the year, and it's just not. Ever since we broke them lows at 15k, even though the market's been massively bullish, my strategy hasn't really given me any great entries. It just hasn't. How they've fallen with me. Same as say there was one on October the 15th, one, and it's just so difficult to make money when the market's just not trending how I would suggest that like I would make money by doing. Let me just show you what I mean. I'll go back to that day. I think it was the 14th or the 15th. I think it's the 14th. Yeah. So this is the 14th of October. Now my bread and butter, I'm not going to give you my exact strategy, right? But my bread and butter is when we've added a leg up or an open drive up or a trend through the European session. And my bread and butter move is when we consolidate tightly and make a tight pivot into the US session, right? Now, when this happens, at this point, there is only two ways of looking at this market. Once we've had a trending move through the European session, when the US session opens, and you find this a lot with oil as well. If you go to oil yesterday and you look at the oil chart, it's exactly the same. But what happened was the reverse. So, when you get a trending move through the European session, when the US markets open up, it's very, very unlikely that all that will happen is we'll just consolidate here like this for the rest of the day. So what do I mean by that? Well, I don't. Maybe one day out of 100 or something like that of this happening, the market will stay in this range here, and it will just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's basically, it's like the green on a roulette wheel for that to happen. What happens when we get a trend through the European session is the US markets can only do two things. They can either reverse that trend or they can continue that trend, right? Now, when you get the trend continuation, I can get such tight risk on in here, and I mean such tight risk on compared to this next leg, because how I look at it is I measure this leg up here. It's not rocket science or anything, but I measure this leg here and I think to myself, right, okay, well, if we're going to expand again, it's highly likely that we're going to see another fresh leg up. like that. And we're going to break out the top and we're going to go higher. And as you can see, a lot of the time it goes way higher than what people are thinking into the US close. Now, normally, as a rule of thumb, I get used to get 2 or 3 of them days a month. Used to, that's the key. October, I got 1. So, my bread and butter is in them days. Now, if them days aren't happening, if them days aren't coming, I've got a big problem, haven't I? It's sort of like clipping my wings every month. But also the reversal of this would be a break of these lows. Now, this happened in oil yesterday. The oil opening range opened up and we shit the bed and we rolled up and we give all of these gains back in oil. Now, on them days, on my 1 minute time frame, discretionary type stuff, what I used to before, I'd be trying to get short and aim for the stops or aim for the retest of the IB. And that's it in a nutshell. But these days here, on the 14th of October, I used to get 2 or 3 a month of them with the DAX. I need that to happen again and quick, basically. Because if them days aren't happening, I don't know how I can make any money, basically, by trying to trade an expansion strategy. It doesn't really work, does it? As a rule of thumb, it's not going to make me any money no matter what I do. You know, I could be the best at my execution in the world, and still, if them days ain't going to happen, I ain't going to make any money. And this is the type of shit that keeps on happening at the moment with the DAX, with my strategy. Although I'm in here trying to buy, it doesn't give me an entry. And then I'm in here trying to buy and it doesn't give me an entry, but then it keeps on going higher. And it's just, I just don't know what the hell's going on with it. Like now again, right? It's going to push me in at the high of the day. I know it is. This is going to give me an entry in here at the high of the day again. And it keeps on doing it all the time. I've got 3 minutes of this entry, but I bet you any money it puts me in on this one. Okay? It will put me in on this one at the high of day. I bet you. It's fucking such a piece of shit. It's unbelievable. I'm bullish down here, I'm bullish in here, and now it's throwing me in at the high of the day and saying, go on then, go and be bullish at the high of the day, sunshine. Fuck you. Piece of shit, honestly. I bet you any money it throws me in here. Now, I'm not trying to second guess my strategy or anything like that, but the amount of times that this is happening, it's literally taking the piss. It really is. £2.20 now, because it's fucking made me stop so far away. Ridiculous. I've got 2 minutes to entry and I'll go back into the oil chart and show you what I meant with oil yesterday. But oil was a great example of how I trade. Yesterday, right, you had the move up through the European session, and then you had the opening range of the US market open up, and literally, because that didn't accept another leg higher, the only thing that it could do was, you know, roll back in and come back into testing where it'd broken out from, which was the morning session of the European Open. It was like pin perfect on oil. Because that's what happens when you have an expansionary drive in the European session. I don't know, has anybody ever seen a day on the shorter time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, where the expansion from the European session just consolidates the whole of the US session? It's very, very, very unlikely. And as I say, if the market creates a tight pivot as it goes into the US session, from that pivot, it can only expand or it can come back in and contract. One of them two things has to happen. Now, on them days, they're the days where I can get really, really tight risk on, and you can make fantastic R, basically. I need to close through this level. I'm going to have to hit it. 137s, I need to close through 137s. 1 minute to go. Right on top of the channel, right at the high of the day. Absolutely ridiculous. Move this line up so I know what I'm looking at. No, it's still not giving me one. Oh my god. Still no entry. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, so let's jump onto the oil chart yesterday. Let's just show you for what it's worth. For what it's worth, I'll show you what I mean yesterday. So let's get into it, right? With the oil chart, you have a European Open, an expansion up, you get above the daily pivot at this point here. And if you look at this drive here, it looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. You're thinking, right, okay, brilliant. But the opening range in oil, which I think it's like 1 o'clock to 1:30, this point here, right? The minute that the US market does not confirm with this opening range, you have your European opening range with the drive up, and then the US market opens up and you get this clean break through the bottom of it here. There is only one thing that this market can do, in my opinion, from this candle here, and the one thing it can do definitely is, first of all, it's going to test these lows, and you get another clean breakthrough again, and it just unwinds all of the action. Now, if this would have consolidated here and broke the top, obviously I know it's hindsight trading, but you're going to expand up through the US session. You really are, and it's this little period with the US opening range that sort of unfolds all this market. Now I know something happened with data and like some comments were made and stuff like that, but if you would have just used the opening range in oil yesterday, the US opening range, it told you straight away that even though the Europeans had opened up and we'd been bullish all morning, if the US counterparts don't confirm that and they aren't looking at carrying on with that trend, it's highly likely they're gonna just basically unwind all of that move. I see it all the time, and especially with like the DAX, because the DAX basically just fannies onto whatever the US markets do, in a nutshell. So if the US markets aren't in agreement that something's going to go higher, the DAX a lot of the time either messes you around or it folds up like the DAX and the Nasdaq do and the S&P 500 do. So it's just something to be aware of. I like to get these days where you get that tight pivot. You've had a move up in the European session. You get the tight pivot made and then it expands again. And yesterday, oil not doing that and not confirming was a big red flag that we were going to obviously go lower and we weren't going to expand. It's just how they set up. You know, each open of each market is very, very important to the flow of that day. It really is. But when all of them line up, when all of them agree with each other, you get the big trend days. But even though this is my point, even though I've been bullish the DAX from 15k up to where we are now, it still hasn't lined up for me at all. Just once on the 14th of October was the prime day. And as I said, I got my wings clipped with that, with the margin requirements because of that ESMA law of IG on this account. So it sucks. It really does. But that's something that you should have marked out on your charts, guys. You should have the opening ranges marked out, definitely, especially in oil. I think Mark Fisher uses them on his oil trading type of strategies and stuff like that. It's something that you should watch and look for the agreement of the European session into the US session. And if they don't agree and you're long or you're trying to get long, you want to watch out basically. So the DAX here has put a massive pin bar in at the top of that channel, guys. 5 minutes. Have a look at that. My strategy still hasn't given me an entry, by the way. So I'm a bit calmer about the situation now. It looks like it's setting up a sweet little trap up there. Watch it give me an entry now. I've got 1 minute. I've got 1 minute till the candle's closed. It's going to be £2.20. And you get it in just in case it happens. And I'm looking for a close through that. No, it's not done it again. It's closed bang on it again. I needed a close through that high. It's not giving me. So I've got another 5 minutes. This is so challenging though. You know, like these conditions at the moment, they're so challenging. Because basically, I'm sat here watching it all morning looking for these entries anyway, because this is what keeps happening to me. Whereas before, many moons ago, the market would either give me an entry or it would just back away. It would back away from where I needed to be long and like move away from there and like roll over. But it's dead strange. It's like there's been an algo setup or something like that that sort of, I'm not saying it's an algo setup that sort of copy my strategy. It definitely isn't. I'm not saying that. Why would freaking anybody do that? But it's like somebody set an algo up just to take the opposite of my strategy's entry, just as it's set up. Like somebody's fading. Somebody's got a little algo where they're fading just before a 5 minute close. They're just taking the opposite side and working the market back down every 5 minutes just before the 5 minute candle sets up. Can you see that? It's like they're just fading it. And it comes in at like 20 seconds before the 5 minute candle's closed. I can see it happening. It moves in. It looks like it's going to give me an entry. Then 20 seconds before it pulls back. It pulls back from where I would get my entry. It's like somebody's fading it. They've got an algo somewhere. And they try and walk the market back in from where my entry would be. And you've just got to be on the ball massively with it, because if you just slip up and you just enter just slightly wrong or too early or just not quite right, you get faded straight away. Can anybody see that? I hope I don't sound like I'm absolutely losing the plot, by the way, because I think if you just jumped on here and you didn't know what I was talking about, I think you'd think I'd like lost the plot, but yeah, I can feel it. It's definitely happening. Let's see how you guys are doing anyway. Swifty, morning. Morning, how you doing, mate? You good? I don't waste money with FOMO, no. I really don't, conscious trader. That is the one thing, but it's just constantly keeping me sort of aware of, at all times I've got to just make sure that I'm watching at every 5 minute candle close, where I'm talking like probably 3 or 4 months ago. The minute that the market didn't give me an entry, it just rolled over and back straight off. But now it just keeps on pushing me, and like I could have had an entry here on every single one of these drives. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have nearly had 5 potential entries there. It just screws you around. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It is what it is, isn't it? Could be getting a 5 minute reversal here, basically, through the top of that trend channel. Hi Mechanical, how you doing? Are you good? So look, maybe nobody really wants to get exposed before non-farm. Maybe, mate. It will either give me an entry or it won't, though. Oh, right, your name's Tom, Swifty. Good lad. I still think this thing could go though. I really do. I take your point though, Nick. You make a good point. I just think it could go though, personally, and catch everybody out and just go before it. We'll see though. It's not going to give me an entry by the looks of it. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it just seems weird. It just seems weird how every single entry that I get, it just gets faded just before it sets up, just slightly. I don't think I've ever had a period where I've been sort of actively just pulled out of the market 20 seconds before I meant to get an entry. I mean, maybe it's my strategy keeping me out of doing business though and saving me basically. It could be. My entry now was going to have to go above that high, so I would literally be buying the high of the day again. So let me just give you the number. It's now going to have to go above 43s, which is crazy. So I would now need a close through 43.9 to be precise, and then I would get long right into the higher day, which is just ridiculous. Mechanical, very good, mate. Been a great week. Big crude and Nasdaq longs yesterday, and gold gave us a nice trend day earlier in the week. Would be good to backtest on the 3 minute. Have you done that, Mark? No, I haven't, Nick. I haven't, pal, to be fair. Nick Gordon, careful buying the Asian highs. Yeah. Are you getting short here, Trend the Market? What are you doing, pal? Would this be a short entry for you, or are you looking at like a sort of move into this area? You're going to try and fade this back in as I'm getting long? If you are, put on what you're doing. Fade me. If I get a long entry, you'll be getting short right into there. I know you will. Yeah, I got a couple of entries on the 3 minutes. Are you doing that, Nick, or are you just not doing nothing because of the data? What are you doing? Are you not doing nothing? Do you know what? I've got 3 minutes and it looks like this thing's going to throw me right in at the high of the day. Right, Aaron's trying to fade the high in Nasdaq. No trading ahead of NFP. If you're looking at this though from this perspective of this channel here, this thing could really go, I think, and could surprise a lot of people. I do think that. Now, everybody's obviously got to trade their own strategy, but for me, it looks bullish. It really does. I know there's the data coming out, but we could, if my stop's in here, this is how I see it, right? If my stop's here, down here at 12s, then if I enter here, we could still, we don't have to go up. We could still roll over a little bit and my stop wouldn't get hit, and then we could go again later on. So I don't have to be like pinpoint right, as long as my stop doesn't get hit and the market doesn't come down to this level and stop me out, and we could just roll over and come into this level here and still go out the top of this channel. Who knows? Who knows, really? And do something like that later on in the day. So, it's not, for me, I would still hit it if my strategy gave me an entry. And the reason is that I would think that hopefully my stop wouldn't get hit and I'd still be right by the end of the day if we had a bullish day. Does that make sense to everybody? No entry for me though, guys. 0. It's faded back in again. So yeah, that's how I see it basically. Anyway, I would be okay buying a high day really, because I'm expecting a bullish day, and I think my stop's in a place where it's probably not going to get hit unless that bullish day doesn't happen. And if my stop does get hit, at that point there, we're back inside balance, aren't we? Because we'd be back inside that 8 a.m. candle, and by that point, you would have to argue that if we've come back down here, we're probably not going to have a bullish day. So that's how I would see it from probabilities setting up in my head. That my stop's in the correct place basically, still. So in order for us to not have a bullish day, my stop would have to get hit. And if I'm getting long, hopefully if we have a bullish day by 9 p.m. tonight, I'll have done okay. And it will be higher than where I've entered. For a big move, you need big players putting money to work, convinced about direction. Why would they enter before NFP? Would wait till the lottery number gets announced later. I agree, Nick, completely agree. But I would still have to take the trade, basically, for me. You're saying you'll be getting long on the US sweep of the UK swing low would be my entry long DAX, currently at 0.97s. Sometimes the gap time puts in a higher low. I take all your points, guys, completely. I really do, but I'm still going to hit it if it gives me an entry. We might not wait for we might not wait for that data. We might just crack off and go. So I don't really know. I'll still hit it myself anyway. It's definitely worth a punt if my strategy gives me an entry. I like my stop size as well. So I like the size of IB too. The size of IB is getting me in the market. When you look at the size of the IB, basically, I think we could just go now. So it is what it is. I will still hit it long. Hopefully we'll get the setup so you can see me punt into it. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I need to move through that high now though. There. This one. At 47s. If you look at the size of the IB this morning, I think it's highly likely we get an expansion day in a bullish market. So that's what I'm going off more than anything. NFP for me is, who knows what NFP is going to bring. I don't know. But the size of IB this morning tells me that I think we're going to have an expansion day to the upside. So I'm just trying to get on long. And I think my stop somewhere where I don't think it's going to get hit. So, and it's just a trade, isn't it, guys? It's just a trade at the end of the day. It's just one trade. So I'll hit it, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to give me an entry in the next 2 minutes. I'm going to have to pull some of that risk off though on this account. 2. Let's just have a look. No, I haven't, Nick. That's the thing. I haven't. I've back tested it on every single day, no matter what the data, no matter who's up, Fed, Bank of England. It doesn't make any difference. I've back tested it on every single day, and over the course of a year, I make money. So I can't sort of second guess the day-to-days. I haven't looked into it. There's no way of knowing what the fundamental data that's hitting the market, the effect that it would have on the future price action. Like the market for me, no, it's not giving me an entry again. I can't predict really what the data's going to be, and a lot of the time on the days like this, I'm already in a trade, and a lot of the time it can push me. It can either push me further into profit, or it can stop me out. But the ones that set up with a small IB, when I'm in the flow of the market, in the direction of the IB on them data days, like for instance now, right? Everybody's saying, don't get into the market before NFP. Look at what the DAX is doing, guys. Seriously, look at the DAX. It's moving. It's trending up. So I haven't got an entry this morning, but why this market's bullish? The IB's tiny. It's tight. It was obvious we were going to get an expansion day. I'm trying to get long for the last hour, and everybody's like, look at it. Look at the chart. Forget NFP. Look at the chart, man. It's bullish as hell. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to buy this market this morning. It hasn't given me an entry, but the market's bullish. Look at the chart. NFP will do what NFP's going to do. The market this morning is bullish, right? If we aren't, most people would do far better, in my opinion. And obviously, yeah, I know like Nick and Wulong Gobber are obviously very good at sort of taking the data from FP maybe and sort of trading with it and stuff like that. But the market this morning, if you just look at the chart, look at the size of the IB, right? It's teeny. We're bullish. We're in bull mode. It's highly likely that we're going to be bullish. Now I'm trying to get long in here, and my strategy has not given me an entry on any of these freaking candles, right? But the market's bullish. That's why I'm trying to buy. I aren't worried about what NFP is going to do or anything like that. To me, like, buy the market now and see what happens later on. I just wished it would have given me an entry in there. Wulong Gabba, I don't understand why you've got such a problem with me. You're saying I clearly haven't backtested it. I don't understand why you've got such a problem with me. If you're such a good trader, mate, what are you doing sat on here watching me? Seriously. All numpties get stopped out. The market's just gone. The market's long. Everybody's long. Why would you not be long in this market? Don't be a numpty. I'd be like 40 ticks up now from being a numpty. You stop being a numpty. If I'm a numpty, what are you watching me for? Seriously. Seriously, mate, honestly. Have a word with yourself. This market is obviously bullish. Look at it. If you're such a good analyst, what the hell are you watching me for, pal? Seriously. I'm just being serious now. If you're so good, what the hell are you watching me for, calling me a numpty? Seriously. Keep it positive, man. I aren't a numpty. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm bullish this market all morning, right? Trying to buy the market. It's as simple as that, all morning. So how am I a numpty? Look at where the market is. Look where it was this morning when I'm bullish. Yeah? If NFP matters so much, what the hell are we doing up here? Oh, of course you did. Yeah, you left, mate. Well done. Well, good for you. You're obviously killing it, mate. Yeah? You're watching me trade in my bedroom like this. Well done for you. You're killing it. Good lad. Fair play to you. If you're an analyst and you can't see that market's bullish this morning in here, I think that you need to go and learn something. Get your head out your ass and out the data that you keep looking at and look at the chart, right? Look at the chart. So take your head out of your ass, right? Pull it out because it's freaking firmly rammed up there, quite high. You're pulling everybody else down and calling everybody else a numpty. Take your head out of your ass and look at the freaking chart and not the data. And you might be able to trade rather than being a data analyst, right? It's obvious that this DAX is going to go higher this morning. Absolutely obvious. If you can't see that, you really need to obviously, as I said, take your head out of your ass, right? Stop watching me and go and be a data analyst and work it out yourself, because if you can't see that this market is going up, you have real problems. It's obvious it was, right? Obvious. So obvious it's unbelievable. So don't call me a numpty. I've been sat here telling everybody for the last hour that this thing's looking like it's bullish. The expansion, everything, it has everything. It's a bullish channel, right? So how can you say that this here isn't bullish? It's obvious it's bullish. So forget NFP, forget FOMC, forget all of that. Just trade the chart. Seriously. Don't understand. And then to come on here and start like calling me stupid, calling me a numpty and saying I haven't backtested my strategy and stuff like that. Why, if you think that, why are you watching me then? Jesus Christ. Just can't be arsed of idiots. I really can't, honestly. People just love the sound of their own voice. Everybody wants to seem like they're dead clever and they've got like, you know, they're doing this and they're doing that. Well, go and do it. All I'm trying to do is trade a 5-minute strategy. And yes, I haven't backtested it through FOMC and NFP to quantify what each outcome or input of what the data released to the market is. But I've backtested it on them specific days off the price action, off the chart, right? So if you, I would love to know, right, if you can quantify what NFP today is going to mean to the DAX and how it's going to exactly move to the pip and what it's going to do at that point in time. What the hell are you doing on YouTube? If you can quantify that and give these people who you're working for as a data analyst the exact root of what the DAX or the S&P 500 is going to do through NFP, you would be earning millions of pounds, mate. You wouldn't be sat on YouTube watching me. You'd be in some freaking Maldivian 5-star resort sending your results into the freaking trader saying, yeah, mate, this is what the DAX is going to do off NFP. If it does this, if it does that, you know, the DAX is going to go to here, it's going to go to there. You are talking bullshit, mate. Bullshit. Seriously, you don't know. Nobody knows. So backtest that and shove your head up your ass. Harry Hindsight is not giving anybody one trade up front or live ever in his life and is on here calling me a numpty. Well done, mate. You do a YouTube live, yeah? We'll come and all watch you, see how good your trading results are. You know, maybe you could put one on through NFP, give us the exact high and low of the move and what's going to happen. You're welcome to. I'll come and subscribe to you. I'll come and watch you. Not bad. He's an idiot. I'm not. All I'm doing right is coming on here. I haven't got any ego or anything like that. But why is he trying to call me out if he's so successful? Like, look at my equity. What do you mean? Look at my equity. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I've got a $3,000 account. It's at 3,154. What does that even mean? And if you're making so much money and so much equity, and you're making way more money, what the hell are you doing here watching me? What are you doing with your life? Get a grip, man. It's like unbelievable. I'm sorry, right, but I've got to call it out. This is the guy that was in the room the other day that I banned. I'm sure it is. He even spells the same and stuff like that, and I don't know why he would do it. He talks out of his ass. He was born out of the wrong hole, obviously. So yeah, sorry, needed to be called out. He's a douche. Don't like that. At the end of the day, maybe the pressure's getting to me, I don't know. But at the end of the day, right, I'm not doing, all I'm trying to do is trade my strategy. And when you're getting called out as well as you're taking in the nuts from the market, like, what is the point? Like, what is the point, seriously? All I've tried to do is be positive and, you know, like, give people the free Discord to get people together. You know, I'm not trying to shill anything. I'm not trying to, like, fricking take money off people and be a dick or anything like that. And, you know, you get dickheads like that coming on who just fucking try and be negative and call you out when you're doing fucking nothing wrong, and it annoys me. I I don't deserve it. Yeah, he was. I'm sure he was, Kurt. I think he was the guy that I moved out of there, to be fair. He was one that was giving everybody, saying he doesn't give a fuck and stuff like that. Sorry for the language. I'm sure he was, because I could tell by the spelling on the YouTube video. I don't know who it is. It's obviously somebody maybe he's a guru or something like that. Somebody that I've upset. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But the guy seems to think he knows everything. He knows everything, but it's like is on YouTube watching live videos of people who like who are trading, who are retail traders. Like if he knows all the keys and knows all the answers, what the hell is he doing on YouTube? I'd be enjoying my life. I'd be in Dubai, 5-star in it, balling up. Surely. Now this thing is it's one of them now. I don't know what to do. It's gone without me, hasn't it? But I've been bullish this thing since down here. And this is what keeps happening with my strategy. It keeps on pushing me in and pulling me out and pushing me in and then pulling me out and then pushing me in, but then actually going without me. So it absolutely sucks, guys. I'm afraid. I am. Do you know what? I am genuinely sorry, right? I'm sorry to you guys that have got to listen to it, but I've got that type of personality I have where I can't if somebody like tries to put shade on me or something like that when I don't feel it's warranted, I have to fight back. I've always been like that throughout my life. Like I will never let anybody sort of try and disrespect me or throw shade on something that I'm doing when I think that I aren't doing anything wrong. And it's just how I've been brought up, and I'm not, and I know it's like only one person and stuff like that, and we've got some cracking people in the Discord, and it's been largely on YouTube, it's been largely positive, right? But I don't know why, I still have to, I don't know, it's something that is in my personality. I can't back down when somebody challenges me if I know that I'm not in the wrong. Basically, it pisses me off and it sort of triggers me into reacting, and I've always been like that, and I need to probably stop it. I agree with you, because at the end of the day, by doing these YouTubes, I am going to get people like this coming on and sort of trying to be negative or trying to, troll me as such. So I do need to sort of stop it, I think. But same as say it, that guy, come on, man, what an idiot. But I'm over it. It's done. It's done. It's done. Mikos is absolutely right. He's spot on. No, I'm not, Dan. I should have been. I didn't get an entry though, mate. It still hasn't given me an entry all the way up. No, I'm going to need a pullback now. Hopefully we'll get one though. I'll get a pullback into this zone here. And then it'll go. What have you walked into, Dan? I am sorry. I'm sorry, man. I just can't. Maybe I shouldn't have risen to it, but I just can't not do. It's one of them. I'll be alright in a few minutes. It's cool. I don't believe he's Australian, to be honest with you. I think he's probably from the UK. You can't fight everyone who doesn't agree with just Isabel, just crack on. I agree with you. I think that's what it is. Oh dear, what have I just done? I've just had an absolute meltdown on YouTube in front of people. Can't believe it. What an idiot. This is one of them sort of moments, like if you've ever been in trouble on a night out and you think to yourself like, what the hell have I done, when you get home and you sober up and you sat there thinking to yourself, why have I just done that? Why have I just risen to that? But I have, and I feel like a bit of an idiot now, to be honest with you. Yeah, it does. That it's one of them. I would think that we could maybe roll over now and create like a tight pivot, hopefully, that we can sort of get some long on into this point here. If we come back down into here now, I'll be looking at trying to take that move away from it. Like that. If you know what I'm saying. Sorry, I really do apologise for that, honestly. I do. I shouldn't have probably done that, but I don't know. He's just been at me now for a while, and he's always seems to just be at me, and it just pisses me off. It's got to the point where I couldn't tolerate it anymore. I had to do something about it. I just don't understand. So, all the best to him though. Fair play. Fair play. I wish him all the best in his analyst journey, and I only wish him positivity. Yeah, that's it, mate. The trend of the market, you know that. When you can't remember getting home and are scared to call your pals. Yeah, that's happened to me so many times. What the hell have I done? Police knocking at the door on the Sunday morning. Coming down the stairs thinking, oh my God. Gotta go, Nick. Nick, all the best. I wish you a good day. Hopefully you'll jump back in on NFP and be in the Discord. I'd love to know what you're looking at. And I do value your opinion massively in the Discord. So all the best to you, mate. Have a good day. Take care. Exactly though, Sierra, right? If he's making all the money, trading, then what I don't understand. I don't understand why you would. Fair enough watching YouTube and being in a Discord, but why if I don't know anybody who's doing massive things. I will just say this to everybody, right? And this can be in any walk of life. Any walk of life. I don't know anybody who's doing massive things who is constantly worried and being negative about what other people who are doing in that industry or that sort of trade. Or if you're a big house builder, you aren't worried about what the cowboy down the road's doing. Like, oh, that cowboy down the road there, he's not put his windows in right. He's not put them footings in right. Oh, that's not good. He's not going to do very well. You are just absolutely smashing it because you're just worried about your big sites that are making millions of pounds for you. You aren't worried about what the little cowboy down the road's doing, or if he's not put his footings in right, or his rendering might not look very good. You concentrating on your own business because it's absolutely amazing. You are doing fantastic. And this is the thing with any walk of life. I find that people that are constantly sort of, focusing on what others are doing wrong and stuff like that, and like constantly being negative about anybody else's plan or anybody else's way of trading the markets. If you're smashing it yourself, you wouldn't even give two shits about it, really, would you? You wouldn't be pulling anybody else down, or even you wouldn't even have the mind or the time in your head to think like, oh, that guy's moving average across there. I bet, that's totally wrong. I need to waste time by telling him that he's wrong. And it's just bullshit. It doesn't happen. These people who are doing fantastically well, they're not, they might make a passing comment or a joke or something like that about it, but they won't spend time constantly watching somebody else and calling out everything that they're doing wrong to that person. It's like the amount of time that guy spent watching me, telling me what I'm doing is not right or not wrong. It would be like the big home builders like Taylor Wimpey going down the road to the cowboy builders who were down the road who were putting a roof on and spending all morning there watching them put this roof on, saying to them, you're doing it wrong. That's not right, guys. This tile's not been put on right. That wood's not at the right angle. Oh, that's not good. Do you, they might make a passing comment as they drive past saying, oh, fucking hell, that looks like a shithole, or he's not done that right. But they won't spend time actually, constantly sort of they're just not doing that, are they? They're not spending that amount of time putting somebody else down. They're concentrating on themselves, what they're doing, the positive things that they're doing in the industry, because they're smashing it. And this is the thing with people. Generally, the people who are dead worried about what everybody else is doing and trying to pull other people down, are genuinely, a lot of the time, not doing it themselves. Like I aren't worried about what Ruben Gabba's doing. I've never even, all the points he's made to me, I can't even remember any of them. I don't know what he's doing because I'm just worried about what I'm doing with my strategy. You know, like people have put loads of good stuff on the Discord and stuff like that, and I have a look at it, but I don't start worrying about what they're doing. I might have a laugh if some of them have, like maybe got into a bad trade or not laugh because they've lost, but just be like, oh my God, what, I can't see that one working out. But I won't be like, hey, what you're doing here is like, that's wrong. Like my way of doing it is the right way. Because, like, for instance, Trend the Market gets long when I'm getting short. I don't start calling him out and saying to him, Trend the Market, like, your strategy is wrong. Look at the equity in your account. That's bullshit. That's not good. I just think, right, okay, well, he obviously has seen a way to make money. I'm going to focus on what I'm going to do to make money. And hopefully we can both make money. And that's it. Like, I'm not worried about what he's doing. You just don't do that. If you're doing well or you think that you've got something that's working, you are not, I can guarantee you are not looking at anybody else and thinking to themselves, right, that guy's doing it wrong. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So there, my point's made. My point's made. Anyway, I am done with it. But that's my point, right? Rant over. Get on with your day, Mark. One, two, three, back in the room. So, guys, right. Is there a link for the Discord, Mark? Saif Udin. There is, mate, on my Twitter. If you go onto my Twitter, you'll see it. Disclaimer, my entry this morning would have been on point. Why did you get in then, Trend Market? You didn't get in, or did you? Or did you get in? That long, I saw that long setting up, and do you know what? I thought to myself that long was a great entry. I really did. Andrew Dummer-esque. Living abroad, I haven't heard a proper Brit going on a rampage in a long time. Shall we talk about Brexit? Let's get into vaccinations. That's normally a big one. That causes some shit. Definitely not. I am not getting anywhere near that dude anymore. He's had enough airtime from me. You didn't get in. Right. It was a legit entry though, Trend the Market. So can you explain why you didn't get in? Because I was looking at that thinking to myself, I'm interested now. I'm not trying to troll or anything like that. Let's get back to the trading, right? So I'm not trying to troll you, Trend the Market, or anything like that. This is completely friendly, and I mean the best. How come you didn't get in? How come you didn't take that entry? Because I thought that you would have steamed into that one this morning. What was the reasoning for it? Because I thought as it clipped down here into this area, off that candle there, this one, this 5 minute, I thought you would have been steaming into that there. I very nearly steamed into it myself, by the way. I'm just wondering what kept you out. Was waiting for a confirmation pin back into it. I get you. So you would have wanted a roll into this point. Had COVID had vaccine hit me harder than I. Oh God, here we go. Mark Wogan says he's ready. I'm not getting into it. No, I've had enough for one day. I know what he's getting ready for. He's getting ready to start trying to hit me about being unvaccinated. No chance. I'm not even giving you any of the talking points about vaccinations. We're not getting into it. It creates too much shit. It does, and we've had enough of that for one day. And he loves it, Mark does. He will be right on it. He will be all over it. So especially for somebody like me who hasn't been vaccinated, I don't even want to go there with him. Yeah, right. Just gonna put that out there, right? Conscious Trader posted a psychology checklist in the Discord. People often have strategy for the market but fail to have their psychology. Until after the mistake has been made. I agree. Right, so go into the strategy part of the Discord, right? I looked at this yesterday. Conscious Trader's got a very good sort of flow chart, and he's done it with psychology rather than actually trading. So you might have a trading plan which gets you into the market and gets you out of the market, but he's got a psychology plan that he's made, and I think it's absolutely really good. It's something to print out and put on your desk and have a look at. And you're marking yourself from your psychology standpoint. What mark would I have this morning, by the way, if I've just had a full-on rant? I'd be better off. Would I be better off walking away for the day? Maybe, I don't know. You've not got your mask on, Mark. Are you trading in a mask, a COVID mask? I don't believe that. If that's the case, are you hitting the DAX? Are you scalping the DAX in a COVID mask at home? Come on, tell me no. Tell me not, please. Where do you live, Andrew? So you're saying you have to get tested every 3 days to go anywhere. Are you in France then, by any chance? F grade for me, Conscious Trading. Yeah, I think it is. It's time to walk away for the day, maybe. It's a great thing you've done there, though, mate. People should check that out on the Discord. If you haven't seen it, go on there and have a look at it. It's very good. Print it out. It's very similar to Tom's Demon Finder, but not similar. It's like the same type of... It will get you to the same sort of place with your psychology. So Tom talks about all the mistakes that you made with your trading, and you can add up a Demon Finder with it. Conscious Trading has made like a psychology side of it where you've got to mark yourself out of all the things you do wrong to do with your psychology. And I think if you get Tom's Demon Finder and you get Conscious Trader's psychology flowchart sort of grader, and you put them both on your desk, you will soon have a good understanding of what it is you're getting wrong. It'll either be your execution, which Tom's Demon Finder finds out really quickly, or it'll be your psychology, which Conscious Trader's flowchart will mark you out of, and you'll find out very quickly which one of the two it is. So go and print them out. Tom's Demon Finder's free. Conscious Trader's flowchart for psychology is free in the Discord. I would print them out next week. I might have them out myself basically next week with them if I'm starting this scalping strategy. Might be something that I should put out. I'll have a look at it. They're both really good. Oh, you live in Cyprus, Andrew. Awesome. Whereabouts in Cyprus are you, pal? Is it sunny at the moment? Is it sunny today? I bet it's more sunny than looking out of my window here at the moment. That's amazing, lovely. Do you journal, Mark? I used to journal. I don't journal as such anymore. I will print, obviously I'll record all of my strategy results, but I will print day types off of me. And then I will sort of journal what the pivot was of the day, or where the tightest risk reward was on a chart, and put it into like a playbook that I've got, which is a folder that I print out and put them into sort of plastic backed envelopes basically, and put them all in a folder. And I prefer to journal through an actual chart rather than just writing down on paper like a proper sort of noted diary journal as such. I would prefer to make annotations on a chart, and then put that chart's playbook into the specific day type which it was. So basically like the 14th of October goes into my trend day sort of playbook section of my folder. The days which we've seen a reversal through balance go into my, if they're a bull day or a bear day, it's called a bull bias reversal or a bear bias reversal, they go into that section. The days where we've stayed in balance all day, they go into balance day section. And that's how I do it basically. Like that. So it's not a diary journal where I'm talking about how I feel, how I felt the market. It's more like a strategy journal with the expansion days in there and also the balance days in there, if that makes sense to you, pal. I just found for me doing a diary, other than like writing down about how I felt, the actual cues of the day, like I could put like, right, okay, well I thought we're gonna have a bullish day, then we broke through balance, then we reversed, then we expanded. Without the actual annotations on a chart, it's just words, isn't it, in a diary, or on a screen if you're using like Google Docs. But for me personally, I want to see it visually on the chart, which is why I print the chart of the day off and then obviously put it into a folder, if that makes sense to you. But I hope if it helps you by keeping a journal and it's swung you into being profitable, that's awesome. Good luck to you. Right, so conscious traders trading SFPs. What a ledge, I love that. You also have a custom indicator that shows me key swing points, so I only take the highest probability SFPs. That is lovely. I like that. Hey, up Aldershot. So Aldershot's in bloody Cyprus as well. Limassol and Nicosia. Awesome. Fabulous. Right, so you're doing the Edgewonk journal, or are you conscious trading? I like putting them in a file. I do conscious. I find that if you print them out and put them in a file, you can sort of go back to any day and you can sort of see. So if you get all of your SFPs and you can print them all off and you can look at them, I just find like having a good look through. And I will often get my expansion days, my folder out of my expansion days, and look at them. If we're having a trend day, is the market setting up like on October the 14th? I was hitting that. I was looking through my previous expansion days to see the exact type of price action that I was after. And a lot of the time, by just having a quick look through them, if you can just put your hand on them, expansion day folder, you can look through them. You can it just gives you the confidence that right, what you're seeing here is legitimately going to hopefully be an expansion day. I need to get in the market. I always think to myself with Edgewonk, like how good must it be for Edgewonk to have everybody's data of the strategy? Like if you've got like they've got 10,000 traders that are subscribing to Edgewonk, and they're putting all of their data in there of their trades, the losing trades, the winning trades, like they can see all of the strategies which are profitable, can't they? And I thought, what an amazing thing that would be. Because anybody that's got a strategy that's profitable, they can basically look through their data and work out what they're doing very quickly, I imagine. Yeah, see you later, Ian. Take care, mate. Have a good weekend. I don't know if you got that entry at 24 or not. You'll have to tell me later on. Hope you did though, pal. I think with journaling, guys, you've got to do what you feel comfortable with. I'm more of a visual person myself, so I would much prefer to see a chart printed out in front of me with annotations on it. Some people don't like that though. They won't get the cues from that, and do whatever works for you. Edgewonk is the best journaling tool Jack O'Connell has ever used. It is good, definitely. I think Tom likes Edgewonk, doesn't he? He did do anyway. I think is that Rolf, the two YouTubers do it, don't they? What's his name now? Rolf and somebody else, two German lads. They were living in Thailand. I think one of them's written a book. What's the YouTube called now? Same as say they used to be really, really active on Twitter. They were quite big at one point. They used to always be tweeting. But I don't know the guys. I don't know them, but I know of them. I've seen them on Twitter that developed Edgewonk. I think AstroFX have done something very similar to that, by the way. As that Aman I think he's made something called TrackFX, hasn't he? Aman Nat. I'm sure he has. And I think that's where that's going. They're trying to do something similar to Edgewonk. And they keep on going on about the toxicity of their trades, basically. It's called Track FX, and the programmer that works for Astro has developed it for them. I think where they're going with it though is I think they're going to try and start selling it. It's all 3 at the moment, but it only works in MT4. That does. Is the boiler on the brink, or is it your... It's my stomach that keeps rumbling, AB. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry for some profits, and I'm hungry for some breakfast. Yeah, that's my stomach. I didn't think anybody could hear it, but I'm hungry. I didn't have any tea last night, and I went to football last night, and I woke up hungry, and I haven't had any breakfast still. SFPs are hard to grasp. I like... So, Kurt, I think Tom gives you an actual measured move of an SFP, doesn't he? I think you've done Tom's strategy, haven't you? Where he measures the leg in and the leg out, and they have to be a certain size. Am I correct? If that's the case, I suppose you could sort of create an indicator like that, which would just lay on the chart and give you an exact entry for which ones you should be using. That's the guys, Wayne. Trade Society, Rolf at Trade Society. Yeah. Thanks for that, Wayne. I appreciate that. Now, them guys, Trade Society, they made... Stomach's rumbling again. They made Edgewonk. They're the dudes that made it. They made Edgewonk. Get some porridge and a big glass of water. I agree. I need something, dude. I'm going to jump off in a minute. Andrew, short NU and EJ at the moment. Nothing happening here now for me, guys, on the stacks. I am up slightly though this week, so that's a good thing. It's not the worst thing, is it? Started the week. To be fair, I thought I was going to dip below the 3 grand marker this week, but Tuesday wasn't a bad day. I managed to get into some of it, but then since Tuesday, there's not been a lot really. Oh my god, that's my stomach rumbling like that. Oh my god, what a stupid day this has been today on YouTube. My stomach's rumbling that much that I'm sure you can all hear it, and all I've done is fall out with somebody. I can't believe what an ass I've made of myself. Right, so on your guppy, you trading an SFP, are you, Andrew? I'll have a quick look at that if you don't mind. Let's have a look. Where is she? There she is. So if you don't mind, Andrew, Eddie, hope you all have a good weekend. You too, pal. Where's your SFP there then, Andrew? I'm just wondering what you're trading there, mate. Are you on what time frame are you on first of all? If you don't mind me asking, just wondering. Tropical Thunder, yeah, exactly. Awful. I need some food. Definitely need some food quickly. Quickly though, Andrew, what we're looking at there on the SFP, I'm wondering. Are you trading it on the hourly or the 5 minute or the 15 minute? What time frame first of all? I'll see if I can try and get it out. Have a look at it because I'm interested. I hope the trade works out for you. I am slightly delayed on this though, so I'm just waiting for his answer. I am looking at the right chart, aren't I? Yeah. Euro JPY SFP. Just wondering. Are you trading a 5 minute SFP? Or a 1 hour? Oh, 30 minute, okay. Thanks for that. So are you trading it short then, mate? SFP through the one. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. This setup here. Yeah, I can see that now, mate. That's nice. That is the reason that that's nice is from a structure perspective. I would be looking at that being a leg down, like so. I assume that's what you're thinking too. And if that's a bear flag and that's an SFP, potentially, could we expand again and go down like so into this point, into the big 130 level, which is the measured move of it, by the way, 1300. So I like that. That's a great entry. Good stuff, mate. Awesome. I can see what you're doing now. Nice trading, Andrew. I like that. I'm going to get off anyway, guys, because my stomach is rumbling like hell, and I need to go and book in for some therapy or something like that. I think I'm going to go and see my therapist for half an hour and calm myself down. But thank you. Honest to God, right, the people who are being positive and, because it's not easy, is it, trading live in front of everybody? It really isn't. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not the best trader that's ever walked the earth. I aren't. But all I was trying to do with these lives is create an I wasn't trying to come on here to be, some amazing trading ledge that makes millions of pounds or something like that. I just wanted to come on here and be honest, right? And I'm not trying to sell anybody anything or anything like that. I just thought I'd come on and be honest so people can see the ups and downs of being a retail trader. And I thought that it might make sense to people. And for the people that have been positive about that and have basically added to this channel themselves with the input that they give and the input that they put into the Discord, I am fantastically appreciative of it, and I wish you all the best. And the positivity that you've shown in helping other people in the Discord over the last week or two since we started it has been absolutely phenomenal. It's all down to you guys. None of that Discord is down to me. I greatly appreciate you lot watching and the positivity that you've added to the channel, and I want to try and just keep it positive like that. So today I'm going to forget about it, wipe it to one side, forget about it, and get back to obviously just being honest about the journey that I am on and you guys are all on, and hopefully we can all help each other, because that was the whole point about setting it up. Basically, I knew that when I looked at Twitter and saw everybody winning and everybody, making so much money, it was unbelievable, that I knew that there'd be people out there that were like me, that were obviously not the greatest traders that have ever walked the earth, but we're trying to obviously just, see where the journey took them. And I wanted to create an environment where people weren't just winning all the time and putting the winners on and not putting the losers on. And I think we've done that. So I've got to try and be positive about it. And it's all down to you guys in the Discord. You've been fantastic. And hopefully we can get back to being positive about it and go forwards with it. And like I say, in the Discord, if we can keep it 1, positive, we can keep it 2, honest, or we can keep it 3, funny, or having some type of comedy value to it, then that's what we want. And so far it has been like that in the Discord. So well done to you. Thank you very much for dropping in on my stream. I appreciate it, and I will be back Monday. Hopefully I will have a trade set up today, though. If I do get one, I'll put it on in the Discord as it's happening and give you a stop. And I wish you all the best and a positive weekend, and hopefully you will have a good trading day today, and I hopefully see you Monday morning. So take care, and thank you for dropping in and adding value to the channel and the Discord. I appreciate it massively. Thank you.